And this is why we celebrate, why our families gather together and exchange gifts, and why we put lights on our house. We cut down pine trees and place them in our homes. And we gather together around to decorate with lights because Jesus Christ is the eternal God, and in him the light of eternal life has entered the world. There are traditions of people using pine trees to represent all kinds of things for many years. But Christians have used the evergreen to represent eternal life since the 7th century. Because the evergreen tree survives the darkest and bleakest and harshest days of winter. And just as the world sat in its darkest hour, in distant cold silence, and when all looked as though it was lost, God sent the light of eternal life into the world. And legend has it that when Martin Luther was walking home through the snow on a dark 16th century December evening, he became so captivated by the starlight that was twinkling in the branches of a tree that he chopped it down and he dragged it into the house. And he placed it in his home and he put candles in it to mimic that twinkling light, that light of hope. Luther said that for him, the tree represented the everlasting love of God. The tree's color didn't fade just as the love of God never fades. No matter what the circumstances or the trial, God's love persists. In the bleakest winter, the evergreen still thrives. And Luther tied wooden candle holders to the branches to hang the light of Christ in the tree, the light of hope, which is hope for reconciliation to God and peace between men and life everlasting. And 33 years after that first silent night, when the light of hope experienced a very different silent night. And there came another different silent night, and it was a beautiful, scandalous night, as the song says, because the light fell silent when he was crucified. And having died for the sins of the world, to reconcile sinners to God and to extend the offer of forgiveness and eternal life to all those who would place their faith in him, he was taken down off that other tree, the cross, and he was placed in a tomb. But after the crucifixion, after falling silent for 3 days, Christ rose again the third day to conquer death. And the light of eternal life again shined forth, and the message of the gospel rang out to take the offer of salvation to the entire world. And at Christmas, the true light who gives life to everyone came into the world. And to all who've received him, those who believe in his name, he's given the right to become children of God. The light has broken forth in the world. A star has risen from Israel, the star of the morning, the light of the world, the rod of the nations. Even the fact that we hang lights at Christmas time, as fun and beautiful as it is, it all began because in this baby, the light entered the world.